Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing my first impression of Battlefield Redsec. Battlefield Redsec is a pretty simple game. It's a free to download game, and it's a battle royale style FPS. And quite frankly, I was actually pretty impressed with what I saw in this game. When I went into this game, there was 4 different types of things that I got to experience. The first game that I experienced was called Decryption, and in Decryption, all you got to do is retrieve and or protect any beacons that you find. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not very good at first-person shooters. And quite frankly, I kind of suck at like Call of Duty and stuff like that, Halo, all that stuff. I was never really good with it. I don't know, maybe just it's a little bit too fast-paced for me, or it could be the fact that there is a lot of people that like to do the, auto find, auto shoot kind of mod bullshit in a lot of these games, especially when you're playing with people who are on PC. So if you like to play this type of game, I will say you might want to take cross-platforming off so that you can enjoy yourself a little bit more. However, for it being a free game to download, it's actually a fairly fun game. And when people do decide to drop out, it seems like they add bots into to take place with those people who decide to drop out. A couple things that I like about Battlefield over Call of Duty is, for one, I don't feel like I'm playing Fortnite Teens or some bullshit the way that the Call of Duty is going. I don't understand what the heck's going on. Literally, it's starting to look like Fortnite, and I understand that you're trying to get a younger crowd or whatever, but I mean, at the same time,
for the guys
Call
in
of
the
Duty is supposed to be like a mature game, so I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work, but good luck to you.
Randomly
and it's getting to the point where it's a little bit ridiculous. So, even though I kind of suck at them, I kind of like the very basic, very down-to-earth fighting style when it comes to a war FPS. I personally prefer like the grit and the grime and everything that Battlefield has to offer. A couple of things that I've noticed that Battlefield seems to have that Call of Duty seems to be lacking is the bullet physics seem a little bit more real, at least to me. They have what looks like a little bit more gravity to them. So you kind of want to aim a little bit high if you want to actually hit somebody. I also noticed that a lot more buildings are more destructible in Battlefield, which I think is a big selling point. I know Call of Duty has been trying to do this at least for the last couple of games. You can shatter windows and stuff like that. All right, cool. But in this game, in Battlefield, you can actually take a whole building down if you use the proper tools to do it. The people that I played with, they're all pretty good at this game, it seems, and I'm a noob at this, so yeah, you can see how bad I'm doing in this little video that I have here. All this stuff is me playing and trying my best. It's the first time that I played this game, and I think if I was a little bit more competitive, I think this would be a game that I would actually gravitate to. However, me being more of a casual gamer these days, it's not really the type of game that I would gravitate to anymore. I did have fun with it, though. I don't really have a lot of friends that are playing this game at this time. And even if I do play with them, I'm probably just going to be a bit of a handicap to the team. And I'm okay with that. I've already accepted that I'm not that good at this. I mean, I don't have that competitive edge for this specific game anymore. It's just not my style. Now, if we're talking about fighting games and stuff like that, I'm a little more competitive with those. I'm just not so competitive with this one, but regardless of that, the game ran pretty good. I didn't have any problems with it. A lot of this captured content was actually played on an Xbox Series S, which is supposedly, the weakest console out there or whatever, but even though it is technically the weakest out there, it still ran the game very well. Didn't take really long in the lobbies to game up, and overall I think it was a pretty fun time, even though I kind of felt bad for whatever team that I was on. See, like doing something like this, just like breaking down these barricades here, they don't have that in Call of Duty, and I think Call of Duty has lost a little bit of its DNA over the years and replaced it with some, for lack of better words, more binary style, I guess would be the best way to put it. And that's fine. Just the problem with that, though, is that the targeted demographic that made these games kind of popular to begin with were teens, 20s, 30-some-year-olds that like to shoot shit. Makes sense to me when you're trying to make a war game. I don't know. Common sense isn't really common, and I'm starting to believe that it never really was. But, hey, what do I know? I'm just some random dude talking about some random game that I downloaded and played for the first time in my life. This one is called Vendetta. This is the second game that I played in Redsec. And in this game, what you're trying to do is you're trying to eliminate a marked enemy. I believe that this marked enemy gives you extra points when you kill them, but I think after you kill them, you might become the marked enemy for the next round or whatever. And you just try to get up as many points as you can, reward, so on and so forth, and you move on to the next game. What I liked about this, like I already said, it ran smooth, and you can break just about everything. You can break the glass, you can break some buildings, you can break down walls. The mechanics, the bullet mechanics were pretty decent. The guns, I don't know a whole lot about guns. I've handled guns before. I haven't really shot them, but I've handled them, pulled them apart, put them back together, loaded them, unloaded them, that type of stuff. Never actually took them out in the range. So I really couldn't tell you how it compares to actually shooting a real gun. However, it does feel good as a video game gun. And I had fun doing this one as well. I actually think out of all these games that I played, I think I like this one pretty much the most. It kind of reminded me of like a deathmatch, and that's what I've always played when I play first-person shooter of some sorts with other people online. I always like playing death matches. Like I said before, I do suck at them, but it's a good game to get into if you only have hour out of your day. You just want to sit down. You want to go through a few rounds or something, meet up with a couple of your guys, whatever. Go through it. I know people, their lives get really busy. And I know with the price of the game and stuff getting so out of hand is, just happening. So, yeah, getting a free game that's as well put together as this one is actually kind of like nice. I really do think as time progresses, we're going to find more and more indie games are the ones that are becoming more popular, just because the AAA games, a lot of them are just getting way too expensive, and if they are at a price range that's all right, there usually has a whole bunch of microtransactions and a whole bunch of other crap in it, which nobody likes. So, yeah, I think indie games are the next big thing in the gaming community. What is really nice about this game in particular is that it was a free download, and you didn't have to have any sort of subscription or anything to play. You don't even have to have Game Pass. All you have to do is have the ability to download it to your console, and you can play it. Just jump in, find a game, just go and play it. And a lot of people, a lot of them are going to be a lot better than you. I mean, unless you've been playing these type of games for a long time. And you do have to watch out for a lot more cheaters. Because, of course, it is a free game, so of course you're going to get some more of them. However, you can kind of dodge them around. Now, I haven't played this game in a while. I've actually kind of sat on this video for a long time, so I really didn't know how to go about it. It's not the type of game that I normally play. I don't really know a whole bunch of stuff like this. But I'm going to give it a go anyway, because I do think that it was important to let people know that this game is out there. This game is free. And, if you don't have much time to play a game, this is a good one to hop onto. And there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you like this style of game. I know that the market is saturated with this style of game. But seriously, what can go wrong? Give this one a go. If you like this type of game, I would say give it a go. And it wasn't too bad to download. If I remember correctly, it was about 53 gigs or so with the basic stuff, the single player, the multiplayer, etc., etc. And there's also HD available things you can download with the textures and whatnot. It's going to be a little bit more than that. But for a base game that looks pretty good, that plays pretty good, 53 gigs roughly to download the basic stuff that you need to get the game up and running. And I really don't think that's a bad deal at all. This next part, I believe, was called Extraction, and with the Extraction, I think this was the one that was a lot like Capture the Flag. So what you need to do is you need to get to a certain location on the map, And you have to find like a hard drive, and you have to, I think, download the hard drive and take it, I guess, to your main base. And you get points that way. I mean, you also get some points for killing your enemies, that type of stuff. So yeah, I think it's a basic capture the flag, just with a different name. So if you like to capture the flag stuff, I know when I was playing Halo, a lot of my friends like to capture the flag stuff. And I think that's another pillar of like the MMO FPS community, is capture the flag stuff. And yeah, this was kind of fun. I knew how to do this one. It wasn't too bad. Once again, I'm getting shot to shit because I suck at these games. Even though I kind of suck at them, I enjoyed it enough. It is one of those games where I can see somebody who was really into shooters, especially like when Nintendo 64 was out and like GoldenEye was the big thing. I can see somebody getting into something like this. They get home, it's free. They just sit down, they play a couple rounds, call it a day. I think that's what this game is specifically built for. And I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know the community well enough to tell you. Yeah, there's mounted guns that you can actually use. I think this is like a bazooka or something, a rocket launcher or something like that. And I think what I was trying to do is I was trying to find like a wall or something to try to blow down with this. And I'm trying to remember what happened now. It's been a while. I completely missed that freaking building, it looks like. Oh well. But yeah, they have mounted guns that you can choose, and you can like blow people up with them and stuff. Kind of fun. Not bad. Oh, there you go. That one works. Yeah, if you see, I just blew that side of the stairs up. So yeah, a lot of the stuff is destructible, and I really did appreciate that. I guess for the final thing would be Deadlock, and it's basically hold the base or hold the zone. And what you do in this type of game is you go with your team, you find like this location that's some sort of random color. I think it's like green or something. You go to that location, you try to spend as much time as you can in that location without getting shot to shit. And you just stick there and hang out. Now I can tell you for sure that this specific game type was a staple when it came to GoldenEye and Perfect Dark and stuff for Nintendo 64. Yeah, I know I'm dating myself, going back to the good old days in the early 2000s. Yeah. You'd be surprised at how quick you get older. And then you're talking to somebody and you wind up finding out, oh, hey, yeah, I was born 2004 and I'm old enough to drink. It's like, whoa. Yeah, all right, bro, you young ass. Whatever. Hey, that's what it is. Yeah. Time goes by pretty quick when you get older, let me tell you that much. I guess it's just going to get faster as time progresses. Anyhow, so overall, I did enjoy this game for what it was. And a good selling point on it for me is that it sticks with like the old school, sticks with the basic FPS style game. You know, it looks good, it sounds good, it runs good. Minus some of the cheaters, I actually enjoyed this game. And I know that it is what it is. And for what it is, I think they did a really good job. I think my overall rating between a 1 and a 10, I'd have to say this game is probably a solid 8. Yeah, I would say it's a solid 8 for what it is. It's a shoot 'em up party game. And I'm sure if you have a lot of buddies or whatever, you all can have a few drinks, plug this game in, and have some fun with it. No. But anyway, I think that will conclude my first impression of Battlefield Redsec. And I don't know if it's informative or not, but if not anything, hopefully you see how the game runs. You see someone who's really bad at it, but you get a feel for the environment and all that other stuff. And maybe you'll enjoy it yourself. And with that said and done, I'm out. Thanks for stopping in. I always appreciate it when you stop in and check out my videos. And I'll catch you all in the next one. You have a good evening, morning, or afternoon, whatever it is where you're at. And I'll talk to you later. Like if you like the video, dislike if you don't. Alright, peace out now. Bye.